Hey there, sorry for the delay. I'm ready to carry on now. Next up will probably be my Neo Geo Pocket Color games. Now, truth be told, there's only 4 games in the Neo Geo Pocket Color collection that I've beaten. And, of course, they're all fighting games. But I just like fighters. First, for the honorable mentions, Fatal Fury First Contact. It's a good fighting game, but limited in options. Then comes Samurai Showdown 2. Very good fighting game for, I like it. Definitely different from what I'm used to. And SNK Gals Fighters. Quirky little fighter, Kind of wish there were a few more characters, but it's good. The one I'm going to give it to is Match of the Millennium SNK versus Capcom. I've only beaten this game once, but so far I can tell the fighting system is much more robust than the other games. There's more characters to play with, and tons of options, to play with. Just a great fighting game overall. Yeah. It's probably one of the games worth owning the most for your Neo Geo Pocket Color. How much I can tell. Yeah. Next up is my PS2, the PS2 games, my pick for the PS2, sorry. Honorable mentions are Star Wars Battlefront 2, beaten the story mode once, it's pretty good. Soul Calibur 3, not my favorite in the Soul Calibur series, but it's good. Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, comes pretty close to being my pick, but doesn't make it. Another one that comes very close to being my top pick is Shadow of the Colossus. Do like this game, but it's a little obvious, sort of. Mega Man X8, which I actually do like, compared to X7, this game is God, okay? It's beyond X7. Compared to the other X games, though, it's good, Kingdom Hearts 2. And the first 2 entries in the Xenosaga series. Does has pretty unique battle systems, kind of love it or hate it, That's about the best that I can say about them. The top pick I'm going to give to is Xenosaga Episode 3. The battle system is a little more straightforward than than what was used in the first 2 games, but I think that was a kind of a better idea. It definitely works. The story was concluded pretty nicely. I did have some issues with it in the past, and I still kind of do, because some questions that I still like to have answered, but it's pretty good. It's still very very nice. Everything works together very well, and just a overall great experience. Not to mention, to me, it boasts some of the best visuals seen on the PS2. You have to play the game to see it. So, anyway, yeah, that's my top pick for the PS2. Now, and next up is my Wii collection, and I probably own more. As you've probably noticed on the videos I made of my Wii collection, I own more games for my Wii than I own for any other system right now. And I own so many good ones, Not a lot of people bash the Wii for all the shovelware in it. But when a good game hits it, it's very good. And really, I could do a top 10 of my Wii collection, just how many great games I have for it. Twilight Princess, Super Paper Mario, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, both Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. I would pick one of these as my top pick, but my problem is I can't decide which one's better. That's the only thing. That's what keeps me from picking one of them, is that I can't decide which one is really better. It's kind of like deciding which child of mine I like more, if you can understand that. So yeah. Warrior Land Shake It, which is pretty good. You know, it's better. It's way better than decent. You know, I would say it's very good. And Punch Out, which actually does come close to being a remake, but the fact that they added the new character Disco Kid, and they also brought Aaron Ryan and Bear Hugger from Super Punch Out, and made Mr. Sandman the world champion you have to beat. Yeah, it keeps it from being a complete remake of the first Punch Out. So yeah, I'll count it. The Conduit, Moth of the Demon Blade, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and of course Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Mario Kart Wii, and Kirby's Epic Yarn. Yeah, and I did say that the fact you can't die is a little degrading of the challenge, but it's you know, but you know, it's still good. Definitely, I'd say definitely worth owning. You know, the one I'm gonna give it to, and I know this game's been on the PS2, but like I said, I am counting, you know, just straight ports. You know, no new additions or anything like that, no changes. I'm giving it to is Okami. This game is just like what I said about Eternal Darkness. This game is a work of art. You know, this is just, and of course, because it is like a living, breathing piece of art. In fact, you know, and the gameplay style is really, really great. You know, it's some of the best gameplay ever. The brush strokes do kind of take some time getting used to, especially, you know, using the Wii remote. But once you get them down, it's an amazing experience. The closest game I can probably compare this to, you know, the older game that I can compare this to is ActRaiser. You know, it's very much like ActRaiser, where you're not only fighting evil, but you're also trying to help the people and stuff like that, and you're kind of doing good for the land and all that. It's kind of like, you know, the rebirth of ActRaiser to me. I know Screwtack may not think it that way, but to me it is. So yeah. I think it's a great game in every way. Anyway, I'll probably end it here because last time my video was a little bit too long. So yeah, I'll get with you later. See ya.